devotees are from very good family, sattvic family, pure family, and cultured, civilized. But Bhagavatam says even that is not enough to go back to Godhead. We have to Nirdvandvo Nitya Sattvasto Niryoga Kshemam Atmavan, raise to Nitya Sattva, Vasudeva Sattva, even beyond goodness. Then a devotee will go back. So once again, first we have to find out our Varna and Ashrama. Once we find out Varna Ashrama, stay there in Varna Ashrama and start doing devotional service. Slowly we will realize our three gunas. Then in three guna we have to raise, slowly come to Sattvic platform. Once we come to Sattvic platform, then we will raise to Vasudeva Sattva. So immediately Uddhava interferes and asks, all these things are okay, my Lord. I can understand this theoretically. But when I put it into practice, all these Triguna, Varna, everything disappears. I really become Shudra number one. Many times people ask this question. All this philosophy is very good. All said and done. All written nicely, spoke nicely, lectured about it. But Buddha once said, a man's real personality is completely different from what he speaks. The way he teaches, the way he writes, it's completely different from that. There are many authors who write wonderful books, and the behavior is completely opposite to what they have written in the books. There are many orators who speak beautifully, but their behavior is completely different from that what they speak. Right? So raise to the Vasudeva Sattva. So Uddhava suddenly interferes and asks, Krishna, all said and done, wonderful, but the moment I am emotionally driven, then all those words which I am not meant to speak comes out of my mouth. I behave in a wrong way. I really become a Shudra. I use the wrong language. I do this, I do that. How to solve this? Then Krishna says, Uddhava, have you seen wild forest fire? Many times, I don't know how many of you devotees have seen forest fire. Last year I went to Malaysia. It's like full of palm trees for kilometers and kilometers together. Malaysia is the world's largest palm oil distributors. They have palm trees, Malaysia, Indonesia. So Indonesia, they have monkeys to pluck the palm fruit. They have trained monkeys because no labor is paid. You don't have to pay labors. They have trained monkeys. So they leave the monkey and the monkey will climb the palm tree and pluck the palm fruit. And from one tree it will jump to another, and so fast it will pluck all. They have trained monkeys. Anyway, so forest fire, just by in the summer season, just by rubbing, the trees catches fire. And sometimes hectares of land is turned into ashes. Recently you would have heard that's what happened in Australia. Hectares and hectares of land will turn into ashes, and the forest fire will get off by itself. Sometimes there may be rain, or it'll get off by itself. So Krishna is telling, there is no reason for the beginning and the end of a forest fire. Nobody knows who started the forest fire, and nobody knows how it got ended. There is no beginning and end for a forest fire. Forest fire comes automatically, it goes off automatically. And Krishna says, body and mind will demand certain things like a forest fire. Out of no reason it will ask something, you don't pay attention, out of no reason it will go off. A beautiful lesson given by Krishna to Uddhava. Mind, sometimes like a forest fire, like the rubbing of bamboo shoots, like a forest fire, suddenly the mind will start craving something. Uddhava, don't pay attention. It will burn for some time, it will go off by itself. If we start paying attention for every whims and fancies of the mind, it will take us into an animal body. Krishna says, just like a forest fire. There is no reason for bamboos to catch fire, no beginning, no end. Mind and body will demand so many things. Just don't pay attention. Don't pay attention. And the mind and body will relax. Sometimes I'm emotionally driven. I feel like speaking back. I feel like giving back. I feel like fighting, arguing, tit for tat. He did this, I am not going to. I become a judge suddenly, passing judgment, all trying to implement punishments. These are all emotional drives of mind. Just we have to remain calm, the mind settles by itself. And Krishna says, in this way, every living entity will come to Sattvic platform. From Sattvic platform, he will rise to Vasudeva Sattva. Then, next chapter, Krishna is speaking about dreams. It is a nice thing, very interesting thing. Krishna is speaking to Uddhava about dreams. Swapna, Jagrata, Swapna, Sushupti. And I forgot the fourth word. It is a nice word. Swapna, Jagrata, Swapna, Sushupti, and one more, fourth word I forgot. So, there are 4 stages. And Krishna says, deep sleep, Sushupti, is in Tamoguna. And Swapna is in passion, Rajoguna. Jagrata is in Sattvaguna. It is very simple. A person who gets all the wildest dreams, don't mix up with Krishna conscious dreams. Sometimes devotees get very nice, sweet Krishna conscious dreams. They see Guru in the dream. They see Vaishnavas in dream. They see temples. They see Kirtan. They see so many things. Don't mix up those kind of dreams. Simply meaningless, wildest dreams. It is passion. Swapna is passion. So many things they see and they mix up everything and they have a fantastic dream. It's a passion. And some people go to sleep deep, no dream, nothing, and they sleep, that is tamasic. And when we are wide awake, Jagrata is Sattvic. Now, in a day, the Sattvicness should be more than Swapna and Sushupti. Some people have this daydream also. So, in a person's life, if Jagrata is 70% or 60%, Swapna and Sushupti put together 40%, then he is a Sattvic man. Okay? Then his Jagrata rises and rises and rises. Then he attained the 4th stage. I forgot that word, 4th stage. He attained the 4th stage where his mind, intelligence and senses are completely under control. He has mastered it. Mind and intelligence, everything is completely under control. He has mastered his body, mastered his mind, he mastered his senses. And then, even if he is awake or sleep, both are same. 24 hours he is connecting to Krishna. You see,